you guys. I wanted to do this video today because I've had a lot of clients that are asking, what is a Reiki massage? And that's a really good question. So a Reiki massage is something that I kind of created. I'm not saying I'm the only one out there that does it, but it's something that I created years ago when I was a massage therapist, and I started to see how I was naturally starting to include some of the energy work that I was doing in with my massage clients. So a Reiki massage is just that. It is a massage. So it would look very similar to a regular massage. So you're going to get undressed. You're going to come onto the treatment table, get under the covers just like you would, face in the cradle. I'm going to prop your knees and your legs up. But then when we get to work, I'm going to start using intention. I'm going to be asking you questions about what is your intention on the session. What is it that you really want to get out of this session working with me? Is it something emotional that you know about? Is it something that we're going to dig into and figure out what it is that we need to release? But I'm going to incorporate so many really cool tools. So I thought today what I was going to do is I was going to go through some of those tools that you would normally see in a Reiki massage with me. So first of all, got my little table here. So first of all, I make my own body butter. So something that is really important to me is living as toxin-free as I can with as many natural products, the least amount of chemicals that we can. So I make my own body butter. The body butter is used for the massage. So just as I normally would do a massage, I'm using my body butter. So what I put in this body butter is a sweet almond oil. There's usually, depends on the batch I make, but usually sea buckthorn oil, sometimes rosehip oil, depending if I've made a rosehip oil. And then it's a cocoa butter. I might try a mango butter next. That's on my radar. So always you are going to, unless you don't want it, always I'm going to be using my homemade body butter. And then I have a neck salve that I make. And so then my neck salve, I love using it. It's beeswax. I've got it infused with frankincense essential oil as well. So it's really good. It really allows me to get into the neck and do lots and lots of work with the neck. Now, speaking of frankincense, here we are right here. So oftentimes when you come in, I might pull out an essential oil to use. So this is one that I really love using, which is Panaway. I do infuse sometimes your massage with an essential oil. So I'll tell you about that. All right. Almost always there's going to be some sort of crystals in with your session. So you might see that I'm going to come up alongside you and I might put some selenite wands down, or depending on what we're doing, I might even have you hold some like shungite pieces, or maybe I lay this beautiful rose quartz on your heart area, heart chakra, heart vortex, whatever. So I'm always going to incorporate some sort of a crystal in with your session. And if I don't put it on your body or right on the table with you, likely there is some sort of a crystal grid that is built underneath the massage table for you. I, again, almost always incorporate sound and vibration. So I'm really loving these tuning forks. I mean, I doing it. I don't know that you can hear it, probably not. But I use sound and vibration. So oftentimes I might go to a specific area. We'll say, for instance, we're working on some sort of a tennis elbow. I might get in there with my tuning fork right on the attachment of that muscle. So just sending vibration into that muscle, which is going to do a few things. It's going to do the same work that I would do with my hands, breaking up the little fascia and tissues and stuff like that, the adhesions that kind of get in there. But also it's going to heighten the energy. So it's going to allow you to have a lot more of your life force energy running into that section. So I often, I'd say almost always, have a tuning fork in your session. Then I'm going to show you more sound. So not always, again, but sometimes, like every session is really incorporate it into whatever it is you need. So we'll say potentially your body is really needing sound. Oh, here we go. Somebody needed to hear that. So I might use a singing bowl, right? So I might have some sort of a sound I'm using my singing bowls. And oftentimes this is done to really work on the energetics of your body. And if you know about energetics, you know that those energetics actually also will feed into the physical body. So the energetics and the physical body are very, very linked. Maybe I bring out a rain stick. I don't know if you've ever heard a rain stick. They're beautiful. Does sound like rain when you move them around. There we go. Maybe it's a bell that I end up bringing out for you, depending. So always some sound. And then oftentimes I am guided to pull a card for you. And when I pull the card, it could be an oracle card, it could be a tarot card, I even have some angel cards. So I really listen to my intuition and pull a card of whatever it is that maybe I see in my mind's eye. I oftentimes, when I pull that card, I might be guided to just, I'm just gonna kind of shuffle them up while we're talking, but I'm often, guided to just pull a card, but I don't look at it. I put it down on your body, wherever it is that your body is saying, hey, place that on my back, place it on my chest, place it on my feet, whatever. I just listen intuitively. I let that sit there because oftentimes that card is going to have a message for us at the end of the session. I usually read it at the end of the session, and it has some sort of a message. And the message is likely something that we've already uncovered. We've already been talking about. Potentially we're in the middle of clearing, but we just needed that one more piece. So oftentimes that can come in the form of one of these cards. So in this case, this card was the dragon card, which is actually kind of funny because I had a story I was going to tell in this video. And that was about building a crystal grid under your table. Well, sometimes right in the middle of the massage, I'm guided that this person needs me to start building a crystal grid underneath the treatment table. So I'll go and grab crystals out of pouches, and I got them all over my office here, and build you a crystal grid. One day I had the most amazing, when we removed it, it was this dragon that I had done underneath the table. So it's kind of interesting that the dragon card came out. And then always, 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 I'm using my intuition. Sometimes even mediumship. Sometimes a loved one will actually step forward if there's something, maybe a message you needed to hear, or you were really missing them and they wanted to come and just drop in and say hi. You never know. But always I'm listening to my intuition. So if I'm, moving up your body, your back, maybe I'm working on your shoulder, I might be doing something in your shoulder, I might actually come up to you and say, hey, well, come up to you, you're on my table, you're not going anywhere. I might actually ask you questions about maybe an accident that you had or an event that came up, because sometimes that emotion or something that happened in the event, a belief or something like that, is stuck in that shoulder, and that's what's causing you shoulder pain. All right. So I hope this was informative. I hope that you get a better understanding of what a Reiki massage is and how you can, how we, incorporate all of the energy work in with also the physical. Like I say, it is going to look just like a massage. So if you have any questions, then totally shoot me a DM. You can send me an email, whatever, reach out. If you know how to contact me, then absolutely, I am there to answer questions. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.